Hey, so so I just want to make this video today because I realized being in college and also making your own career in life is kind of a new thing for me, but it's also just something really interesting. It's I've been so lazy back then, like trying to make like so many jobs. Like I just have so many ideas, being ambitious, I guess you can say, but I came up with like so many things I want to get done, and then I'd get the motivation, but then I never have the discipline, right? And this is something that occurred due to distractions I would feed myself. Like, for example, I'd always go on the couch and just brain rot on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it may be. And so I deleted TikTok, I deleted Instagram, I deleted Snapchat. I don't need those. It's like if I really need to get in contact with somebody, I mean, they have my number. So it's not really such a big issue to delete those. And when I did, the first couple times, like the first like maybe day or two, it was an issue. I was like, oh man, I'm so bored. I don't know what to do. And then I realized that's kind of a problem. I don't know what to do about social media. And so I realized that like by deleting these, I also cut down my gaming too. So like I only game now whenever it helps my channel. It makes it a little. I don't know if it makes it fun, but it also just makes it more like seem productive, I guess. Because usually I'd play and I'd feel so unproductive. I'd be like, oh, why am I doing this? And now when I play, I'm like, oh, it's kind of productive, and it almost kills that hunger of wanting to play video games for me because it's like, oh, I'm doing it for the job, and there's nothing wrong with playing video games and escaping playing video games, but I just feel like if you're doing it constantly, it's kind of an addiction. It sucks to have because you're just wasting your time doing that all the time. But I also learned that being motivated to do something only lasts so long, but having discipline is something that never goes away. And like for example, I mean that by like okay, so I usually like to relate to the gym because I always talk about how much I hate going to the gym, but I still go knowing it's so important for my health and such a big factor if I want to achieve any of my goals. And also learn to have discipline from going to school, doing all these hard engineering assignments, and having countless hours of work just like plotted on top of me doing homework. No, like having sleepless nights where I'm just going in, having like 3 4 hours of sleep, like for weeks and weeks at a time, and all this is to just get a 50 on my test, and then with a 20-point curve, freaking so funny. But no, I learned that doing all this like really helps on my mindset and being motivated, watching a video on YouTube and be like, oh, now I want to do this. That only lasts so long. Because when I'm disciplined to do something, it's just like I know I got to do it. As much as I hate to do it, like as much as I hate doing schoolwork, as much as I hate going to the gym, I got to do it and I got to get it done. So, like I told myself, if I fail at school, I fail, and that won't stop me because I learned so much already with this work ethic that I built upon going to school, with gym also, like this work ethic I was able to build and this discipline I was able to build as well is something I'm so grateful for. And I can take it into any of the projects I want to do. I realize this discipline is like, even though I don't want to do it, I know it's got to get done. And in the long run, it's something that's going to benefit me so much. And so, I learned that if you want to learn to have discipline, you got to put all your marbles in like one thing so that you gain the fear of failure, and that just drives you to working harder than the person next to you. See, fear is such a great tool. I fear failing in life and not being able to support my family in the future, but to succumb to this fear is also dangerous because I might fear failure, but most of all, I fear God. And the thought of not being known by Him is way, way bigger than, fear, like failing in life, as in, like, oh man, I didn't make enough money or this and that. It's like, no, because, to fear God and being shunned by God is so much more bigger than fearing being a failure. Because in God's love, you are not a failure. See, I still fear being a failure, but I use that fear to be successful the same way I use a fear of God to be a better person. It's almost like a slippery slope of good because by fearing God, you try to be a godly person, which in turn makes you a better person, which in turn makes you a more proactive and determined person. And this all stems back to, having discipline because, a lot of people, go ahead and just like, I'll go to church tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to church the next day. Whatever. Like you put it off until you become like a holiday type of church person, and getting that discipline in really not only benefits you when it comes to your professional and business life. It helps you in your personal life because you you get stuff done. You have more free time. You have more time for the things that really matter in life. Like for example, family. You have time for I don't know. Like if you want to work out. Like there's just so many things that free up in your time when you're disciplined enough to get the stuff that you don't want to do, but you get that done, and you go ahead and you work on the better things in life basically after. And it took me a while to learn this. It's not really. I don't know. I've only been in college for like 3 to 4 years, so I guess if you want to take, I don't know. A lot of people I know it takes them until like they're 40, and luckily enough, I've been blessed to learn this at such a young age because I'm still in my 20s, so it's like I have so much time to learn so much more stuff, and to learn this stuff this early really really helps drive like that ambition in me. So like I'm able to just go ahead and just just achieve my goals. I don't know. It's funny because I'll have these stops and I'm not good at editing that well. I'll just like cut here and there, but I think like for these I'm probably just gonna leave them raw, so you'll have these raw audios. But and one take too. These are all just one take audios, just whatever I'm just speaking from the dome. Anyways, I don't know. I just thought maybe I'd share this thought that I just have in my head because again, building a business while in college is such a freaking hard thing to do because you got to time manage and you got to be disciplined enough to not put off the business and your homework. Like you got to be like, if I brain rot, like it's gonna be like an hour, and then that's just an hour wasted that I could have put into this business. And it's like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. I don't know, but yeah, just get it done. Like really, just get the stuff done. Get it done now, and don't put it off. Don't go on your phone. I mean, unless it's important, but Instagram's not important unless it's a business. Instagram's not important. TikTok's not important. Who needs Snapchat? Like, you don't need any of this stuff. Like, unless you're profiting off of it, like, yeah, that makes sense. But if you're just going on it just to brain rot, like, no, nobody needs that. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys. Bye bye.